My wife. My wife hammers out the thing she says. She pounds her way through the words she uses. The things she says to me, they all used up and beaten around the house. Yesterday, for instance, she tells me, "Poor choice." I was spinning our 5-year-old in circles, holding her by her tiny wrists, and spinning her around. She laughed, and laughed, and I stood her up, and she collapsed on the floor, and lay there for a minute, eyes crossed. "That's just great, Don," my wife said to me. "Poor choice," she said. This morning I was telling her about this guy at work who has this jittery condition. Some kind of condition that makes him sound like he's kind of laughing while he talks. Every word he says comes out in a rapid stutter. Like everything is so funny to him. So I was telling her about this guy while she stood there brushing her teeth. I was in the middle of telling her about this guy, and she spits in the sink and, "Jesus Christ, Don," she says to me, and gives me this lopsided look, and goes downstairs. Our 5-year-old gives me that same lopsided look when she disapproves. Earlier I sank into my lazy boy, and when the spring popped, I spilled a bowl of macaroni in my lap. My white-faced wife looked at me from the couch where she folded laundry. "You have got to be kidding me," she said, a pink towel folded neatly in her lap. I asked if she would toss me the towel. "Just toss me the towel," I said. "Not a chance in hell." I imagined cramming her face in my hot macaroni lap and swiveling it around in there. I stared at her and imagined the couch swallowing her up, sucking her down into the cushions with all the loose change and old Harry Cheetos. Nothing left but a basket of warm laundry. Our 5-year-old comes trotting in and stands there and gives me that lopsided look. So there we are. Me with my chair and my macaroni. My wife with all of those clean towels. And our 5-year-old with that terrible look on her face. I could see Charlie Rose on the TV behind our 5-year-old. The volume was turned down, so the interview was muffled. But I think it was with Cuba Gooding Jr. or someone who looked like Cuba. I asked our 5-year-old if she could get out of the way so that I could see the TV better. "Move, sweetie," I said. She ran up the stairs. "Seriously," says my gaping wife. I scooped up what I could of the macaroni and put it back into the bowl. My wife sighed. My wife let out a sigh, or gave a sigh. She lent a sigh, and it was the sweetest thing I had ever heard come from her. My wife sighed, and I looked at her. And I loved her more than I realized I could ever love someone I hated so much. All of those things she said to me seemed to lift. To sort of lift from the carpet and shimmer and fall away. She sighed, and she stood up letting the pink towel fall to the carpet.